Okay, so alright, so today I'm gonna wind up putting 2-inch wheel spacers on the '09 Razor. These are the ones I got the lift kit. It's very simple. These smaller ones will go in the front. There's just four. There's two for driver, two for passenger. The bigger ones will go in the rear. Same thing, just two on each side. I'm gonna just in this kit, it's just four spacers and four bolts, nuts, and washers. This kit was fairly cheap. I think it was under $40 or $50 on Amazon. Very simple process. First step is removing tire. Again, that is 17 millimeter. Once you have that up, you're just gonna want to loosen this up and take this bolt out. These are 15 millimeter. From what I've been seeing, I'm gonna have to keep a couple of these spacers. So my next step, I'm gonna want to take this bolt out. You might have to tap it out with a hammer because it still has some weight on it. So that's gonna be my next step. I'm gonna tap that out. The spacer that came with the kit, these right here. One of them will go in here. That's what I'll pick back up from. And then you put the bolt. They only gave 4 bolts, and you obviously need 2 for each side. I'm gonna assume this bolt you need to keep and use for the bottom again, and then use the bolt they provided for up top. I will show you that when I get there. Alright, so the next step, like I said, let's put these on. Put that spacer in the middle. That's one thing I don't like about this kit. I thought the spacer would be a little tighter. I'm probably going to wind up getting some washers or something to put in there. I really don't like that movement. But when you put these on, a good thing to keep an eye out for. If you look down the center here, you see how one side has an angle on it? That angle side, you want facing inward. That's going to be where the welds are at for the original bracket. You want those angles on that, because if you put it the other way, it won't fit right. So just keep that in mind when you do these kind of kits. There's a couple styles out like this. I think for the price I saw on these, they were like 4.5, 5 stars on Amazon. So that's why I chose this kit. And when you take the OME bolt off, like I said, keep an eye out for the spacer. It will fall. You will need to keep this because it goes on the opposite side of here then. So my next step is I'm gonna put that bolt in there and put over and the nut back on and the spacer back in and tighten everything up. And this side's done. This literally took 2 minutes. I'm not gonna show the passenger side because it's just the same exact steps, obviously just over there. I'll pick back up in the rear. That's gonna be a very similar process. Again, it's gonna take a maximum of probably, I'm gonna tell you, a half hour, 45 minutes max to do this start to go. I believe it's going to be beneficial for these. If anybody who drives them, these bottom out left and right, and without buying a $400 or $500 kit that you get 3 to 4 inches, then you have to change a bunch of stuff up front. So I will pick back up once I have this done. I'll show you what it looks like done, and then we'll go to the rear and do that, and then this project will be done. Alright, this is the end product, what it'll look like. I do have a correction. That spacer I said to save for up top, you actually don't need. You won't have enough room to put the spacer up here like I thought and be able to put the nut back on. So, I'd still watch out for it. I'm going to save it just in case I decided to take this one off and go with something else. But that's it. I mean, it was very simple. A couple minutes put it on. That just... It's going to add 2 inches. All the way around. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but for the $40, I'm going to try it. So, I'm going to put the tire back on, do the other side of the front, and then we'll pick back up in the rear when I have the tire and all off, and then finish this project up and go ride on this cold day. Alright, so now we're on the rear. We're going to do the same exact thing. Again, remove this bottom bolt. This one is 15 millimeter also, so we won't need to change tool. So, I already have it loosened. I'm going to tap it through, get that bolt out, get that shock out, and get that bracket on. And then we'll get that tied up. Well, just finished that rear up. As you see, I had to break out another jack. These springs, well, they're pushing right here, is pressing down. Because obviously the springs made to do that. This side was a little crooked. So, just be aware of that when you do that. You might have... You got to do one of two things. Either get another jack and kind of work this side a little bit. Or, what I found out would work too is get a crowbar. Where'd it go? I'm gonna get my small crowbar. If you angle it right here, go against here and just press up some. Kind of angling. I was angling it in, and I also got my brass hammer. I was able to tap that in just enough to get that started, which that's done. The rear seems to be a little more difficult just because of that spring. But again, after I did everything here, a few minutes. So I'm going to do the opposite side, get that side done, and then I'm done. That's it for this project. If anybody has any questions or anything like that, you know, feel free to message me about it, and I'll get back to you as best as I can. Or if you need a link for what these brackets that I bought off Amazon, let me know and I'll put the description. If not, just go on Amazon and look up 2-inch lift kits for them, and then there's a ton to choose from. Alright, again, if you like the video, please like it, subscribe, you know, let your friends know. I'm going to continue to do more projects with my 800. Thanks for watching.